We have to sound like excited, not like we want to die.
I'm Michaela, aka Bieber on Twitter.
And I'm Nisa, aka Bieber's Grande on Twitter. And this is our Bieber Experience. That was awful. Anyway, so basically, we started hanging out on Friday, and the concert wasn't even till Wednesday because we knew he was in Oregon. We knew he was in Oregon, but that was like 5 hours from us, and we weren't sure if we actually wanted to drive all the way there.
We were going to,
but we didn't. And I don't think anybody actually met him in Oregon. So that was a good thing that we didn't drive like 10 hours total. But we on Saturday, we drove up to the mountains basically so we didn't have to go home trying to spend more time together in case he did come. And he didn't come until Sunday. So on Sunday we went out. Okay, no, we saw someone tweet that he was leaving Oregon at 11. Or he was going to get here at 11, and it was 12. And so we were freaking out. We were like, oh my god, we missed him. He's already here, and he's not going to come outside because he already got to his hotel. And so we haul our butts to Seattle, the 40-minute drive. Right there.
What? That wasn't even a burp. It was
inside whale noises. Me too, okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
So, anyway, did you eat today? No. Did you eat too much today?
No.
What is happening? I'm so confused.
I didn't eat at all today.
PSA, eat before you come to film a video, because if you don't, your video will just be your stomach making whale noises.
That wasn't my stomach.
I was throat. I don't know what it was. Nobody knows. So, at 12, we are driving to Seattle, panicking, because we're pretty sure that we missed our chance to meet him or whatever, and we're freaking out. So we get down there, and since it was Sunday, parking in Seattle is free if you park on the street, and that's a challenge. Finding somewhere to park on the street.
We spent 45 minutes trying to get a parking spot.
Yeah, it was really bad. And so we finally found one by a gas station, and we weren't really sure if that was okay because we were taking pictures of it, trying to send it to Michaela's dad. Is this legal? Are we gonna get towed?
So we parked at a gas station, and then we met Miranda at the gas station too.
Oh yeah, we actually managed to find 2 spaces, so she was parking behind us. And
then so we spent I don't know, we went to the arena and kind of looked around to see if we saw anything, but we didn't. We sat in Miranda's car for I don't know, an hour and a half.
A really long time, because oh no, then when we were sitting in the car, we saw another tweet that said that he had just left his hotel in Oregon, got in his bus and was leaving. So we were okay, well if he's in the bus, then that means he's coming here, right? Mm-hmm. And that was 1. So we predicted that he would be here at 6 something. I'll just tell my mom we're gonna be here till 7 because he's gonna get here at 6. And so we waited and waited, and then we realized that he actually got in his bus and went to the arena in Oregon that he had been rehearsing at, and they weren't even leaving Oregon until 5. So instead of getting here at 5, they were leaving to come here at 5.
So that tweet we saw earlier was meant for 11 p.m., not 11 a.m. We figured out.
Yeah. And so we basically spent the entire day down there, dying. And then we ended up leaving at 8, I think. Or no, maybe it was 7.
It was 9.
Really? Mm-hmm. Anyway, we left, and he got there literally an hour after we left. Because we weren't going to stay until 11 because we knew we were going to get home at 12 or 1, because you have to it takes 40 minutes to get home. And my mom was no, you can't be down there that late. You have to come home. And we're pretty sure that he, went skateboarding, like walked down this giant staircase. I can't even explain this staircase to you. Like, it is literally the biggest staircase of life.
It's
like, you
death.
get you get up like 2 steps and you're already like ready for death. So we missed him basically. We wasted like literally 10 hours of our time.
Yeah, we were there for a long time.
For him to come an hour after we left. That was Sunday. And then Monday, we knew that he was here, but we didn't go for some reason. I think you had school, right?
Yeah, I could have skipped, but I was like, I don't know. Because no one, I don't know
what happened, but
I don't know.
I think we were scared we were going to, like, waste our time again, like 10 hours. And my mom I had work to do, and just nobody thought it was a good idea.
Tuesday, I texted Nisa and I was like, "Hey, you want to go after school? Like when I get out of school." She was like, "Yeah."
Because we just realized that was like probably the last chance we had because everyone was gonna try on Wednesday. Like that had been 3 days that he was there.
So then Tuesday after school I went and picked her up, and then we had to go get gas. So we went to the gas station.
Oh, another part of that is we knew that he was staying at this one hotel, but everybody else was like, oh no, he's like staying here because we were there on Monday and we saw him like leave this place and go back to his hotel. But we're like 1,000% positive that he's at this place, but we're like, okay, whatever. And
you do you.
So I was at the gas station. I was in the car, like calling the other place, like trying to figure out if he was there. And it's like they said that I didn't like ask for him. Obviously, they're not going to be like, oh, Justin Bieber is like not at this hotel. But we determined that he wasn't there. And so I didn't even realize that Michaela was like outside struggling to the max. Like,
oh my God.
She could not get that gas pump to work. And she had paid and everything, so we couldn't just like give up and leave and go to a different place. Like she had paid, so we were committed.
Realistically, we spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out.
It felt like an eon, like trying to figure out how to work this gas pump, but we were like really dumb. You had to just hold it. Why are we explaining this?
I don't know.
So that was like 4, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what time it was, but we went down there and we park by the waterfront and like go up that giant staircase again after we struggled for like 30 more minutes trying to figure out parking. Parking is a struggle. Like we basically covered that, but it's like really bad. Then we went to the hotel that we were pretty sure he was at, and we kind of just sat there. We weren't sure exactly like if he was in there or what to do. So we type in the arena into the GPS because we don't know our way around, even though we like live here. And instead of being normal people and taking 5 minutes to drive there, we took 30 minutes to walk there, which is literally like 5 miles. It was awful. And we stopped at the McDonald's and we're eating chicken nuggets and like crying. Like, what if Justin comes to McDonald's and like gets a Happy Meal? Like stupid stuff that would never happen.
And we were trying to figure out if we should go to we were texting like all our friends, like, you know who you are. We were texting all our friends to like decide whether or not we should like stay at the hotel or go to the arena. And half of them were saying to go to the arena and half of them were saying to go back to the hotel. So I was like, I don't know what to do. We were like, okay, whatever, we're just going to go to the arena. So we started walking, and then once we got, like, basically to the arena, Miranda called us, she's Bieber's featuring Gomez on Twitter. And she called us, and
she was like, Scooter just posted this video of him, like, at rehearsal talking about, I don't remember exactly what it said, but, like, obviously Justin was there because he was talking about Justin in it. And so we were like, oh my God, like, he's in there. So we're, like, booking it to the arena. Or, like, we are at kind of, like, the area the arena's in when she called, but not, like, where the buses are. So we're, like, sprinting down the street. Like, I'm, like, on the phone, like, just...
We're, like, having asthma attacks as we're running.
So we get there, and you can tell that, like, something's happening because the security are out there, and, like, they'll tell you, like, oh, yeah, like, nothing's happening. So it's, but, like, if there's nothing happening, then why are you here? Like, you wouldn't be here if he wasn't here.
Yeah, we like saw all the tour buses and stuff, and I was like crying. And
But security guards are mean, so we didn't want to go talk to them because sometimes they'll be like, you have to leave right now. So we're like sitting on this bench, just like facing away from everything, trying to not be seen. I don't know how long we sat there, but I like tweeted a picture. That's when we tweeted the picture of us, and we were like, we're out here waiting. Like, didn't think anything was gonna happen, just hoping, because we had wasted 10 hours already. Eventually we got out and we like walked around because there's a skate park by the arena, and so we were like thinking like, not really seriously, but like, what if Justin's like skateboarding? Like, he does that a lot. And obviously he wasn't, because we're not that lucky.
we were there until, so we got there at like, I don't know, like 5, let's just say roughly, and then we left at, because I had to go pay for parking, so we left at like 8:10 or something like that to go pay for parking, which by the way is stupid because I had to pay $22 even though we were late, because so if we parked there for 4 hours it was $12, and if we parked there for like 6 to 8 hours for I don't know, something like that, it was like $22, and I got there like 10 minutes after.
Had to pay like $8 more because we were there 10 minutes late.
I was so upset. Okay, so we paid for parking, and then Miranda called us, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come down there," and we were like, "Okay, whatever." And so we had to go find parking again. And let me tell you something. Seattle has a lot of one-way streets, and I almost died.
No, we like really went down a one-way street, and we like gunned it, like trying to like not die.
It's scary. But anyways, so we were trying to find parking, and then when Miranda got there, and she found a parking spot, but we couldn't find one, so we were like, okay, maybe we should just leave. Like, we can't find any parking.
Trying to parallel park is not easy either. We spent like 10 minutes trying to parallel park, and I like got out of the car and was like, okay, turn the wheel this way. Like, it didn't happen. And then Miranda somehow managed to like fit in it perfectly.
Yeah. And then I called my dad, and I like FaceTimed him to make sure that I could park there.
Basically, we don't know parking rules.
We walked up those huge flight of stairs again.
I have to attach a picture of that staircase. Like, you don't even understand until you see it. And like, even in the picture, it keeps going after that. It's insane. By that time, it's raining. Like, it's cold. It's like, I don't know how it managed to drop like 30 degrees in like an hour, but I feel like it did. And so we're at the hotel, and I have my little umbrella, and we're trying to, you know, but they're like, you had like a raincoat.
Yeah.
And we're trying to stay warm.
Yeah, we waited till like, so we were there at like 8:30, and we waited there for like 2 hours. So.
And then one of my friends on Twitter, she came, and she had her car. She just kind of like parked by the hotel, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but she was like, whatever. Like, what are they gonna do? And so she let us get in our car for a little bit since it was so cold and rainy. But we were literally in her car for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, I think we should go out. I can't do this anymore.
It was weird though. We like had this feeling. We were like, I feel like something's gonna happen. We should probably get out and like go closer to the hotel. Grabbed all of our stuff, and like instantly we saw the black SUV come. We were like we weren't sure if it was him, because earlier we had saw one, and it was just like an old married couple that got out. Like, I don't know. So we're like slowly like inching closer to the hotel, and there was a bunch of other people. Not a bunch, but
there was like probably, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8. Actually,
total there's maybe like 50.
No, I think there was like maybe 10.
10 total.
Because it was me, you, Miranda, that one chick, and her friend, and then there was like 3 other people.
Yeah. There's that one girl that I took a picture of by accident. So that's me, you, Miranda. Yeah, probably like 10. 12 max, probably. But we see the car pull up, and we're like slowly, I don't know how to explain it. There's like the stairs, and then there's this little bench that you can sit on, and you can see over the balcony like the Ferris wheel and stuff, but the hotel is like here. And they sometimes yell at you if you, like, get too close because that's where the cars pull in, and there's, like, a garage, too, that you can't block. So we just kind of went for it, hoping it was him. And we're standing there, and he gets out. And, like, I didn't even realize it first.
No, I didn't even realize until, like, he got over. Like,
Yeah.
I was in my head, like, I don't even know what was going on in my head, but it was, like, I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just, like, blank.
I remember, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, I was literally just, like, whisper screaming.
I was like, what is happening? Like, I can't explain it. Like, I just felt like my whole entire, like, body, like, shut down and went blank, completely blank. I wasn't even, like, I don't even know. I don't know. And then I saw him walk over, and he was like, hi, guys, and I was like...
One of the first things I thought was he's so tiny.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I know that he's not, like, you know, like Shaq, but he was just, like, a little tiny baby. And, yeah, he came over and was like, hi, guys, and he, like, smiled. And he said, I don't know if you heard him, because I don't know exactly what he said, but he said something like, have you guys been out here long? Mm-hmm. Or, like, how long have you guys been out here? Me, like,
20 hours.
Shivering with frostbite, like, ready to die. Oh, not long. Just, like, 2 minutes. But, I, like, put my phone down, and I was like, because you know how he always is like, I don't like, he'd rather talk to someone than, like, have a camera shoved in his face. Mm-hmm. So I thought maybe we could talk to him and he'd stay longer, but this girl was like, nope.
This girl was all up in his grill, and I was like, girl, back up.
I was, like, literally in the middle of speaking, and I was like, hey, your first show's tomorrow. Thanks. But he was nice to her and, like, took a picture with her. And then I ended up getting to finish my question, and I was like, hey, your first show's tomorrow. Are you excited? And he was like, yeah, see you tomorrow. And he, like, smiled at me, and I was honestly ready to drop dead. And then you got your picture first.
So he, like, kind of inched towards me, and then he was like, I remember him saying, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, how are you? And he was like, I'm good. And then I asked to hug him, and honestly, I can't really remember what happened after that, because I don't know if I hugged, I'm pretty sure I hugged him. Like, I'm pretty sure I kind of, like, slowly leaped into his arms and, like, hugged him extremely tight. I remember hugging him. I just don't remember what I was doing, like, before I hugged him. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, me. Like, I know that I hugged him, but I can't remember, like, the actual, like, happening of it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I hugged him. And then after that, I was like, can I get a picture? And he was like, yeah, of course. And then so I, like, gave my phone.
Oh, so she gives her phone to me, right? And I, like, put my phone in my pocket, and I'm using hers, and I pull up the camera, and I, like, go to take it, and I see the no storage available message, and I was like, are you kidding? Like, you had all day to delete stuff, and this is gonna happen right now? And so I was like, crap, sorry, and I, like, shoved her phone. No, that's not what happened. I went to Snapchat first. But I was, like, trying to find the app, and my hands were, like, literally frozen. Like, I could not hold the phone properly, so I was, like, trying to scroll and find it, and I couldn't. And so I apologized for, like, the 8th time. I was literally like, sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, while she was doing that, I was, like, hugging Justin. Like, I was hugging him for, like, I don't know, 15 to 30 seconds, and I looked up at him, and I was like, I'm sorry, Justin. He was like, for what? And then I was like, well, I mean, she's kind of struggling. And then he was like, he like, looked at me, and he was like, it's okay. And I was like,
but he's, like, also when he's staring at you, like, it's really hard to do anything, because he looks at you, like, so intently, like, he's really intimidating.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just, like, he makes some serious eye contact. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, sorry. And so I shove her phone in my pocket, and I pull out mine, and I, like, turn the flash on and, like, take the picture and everything. And so that's done, and he's walking away, and I still have it open. And for some reason, I, like, accidentally hit the button again, and the flash went off, like, right in his face, and I was like, he's literally gonna hate me. Like, that's the one thing that he doesn't like, flashes in his face. Like, why did I do that? And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, for, like, literally the 20th time. And he, like, laughed at me, though. He thought it was kind of funny. He was like, it's okay. Like, he was so nice. It makes me want to die.
And, like, I don't know. I don't really know. I didn't really hear this, but like I don't know. Miranda said that she was like, he apparently told Justin, she was like, "Oh my God, you and Michaela are so cute together." Blah blah blah. And then I don't really know. I didn't hear that, but and then apparently he like looked up at her and smiled, and then oh my God, I forgot this part. Okay, so he kept, oh my God, the whole time like that we were standing next to each other, he kept like rubbing my arm, like kind of like rubbing my arm like this, like.
Probably because it was taking me 30 minutes to take the picture.
And he like, okay, so like when I went over there at first, he grabbed my arm and like pulled me towards him, and then kept like rubbing it, and I was like, and then the whole time we were trying to take a picture, he was like tickling my arm, and then he'd like rub my back, and I was like, okay. Like the whole time, like literally the whole time, he would not stop rubbing my arm, and then I was like, I was trying so hard not to cry because I was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
You can see that you're on like the verge of tears in your picture. Oh, that's cute though. But like after we met him, she came up to me and she was like going like this, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, what does that mean? And she was like, Justin, like trying to say that he was rubbing her, and I was like, okay, speak English.
I can't.
But I figured it out. So I was like, I think I was one of like the last people maybe to get a picture. I'm not sure, but because he like went over kind of closer to like this, not the stairs, but like that little desk that they have. Yeah. You know what I mean? And was talking to people over there, and he took pictures with them. I remember one girl was like, "Oh, I'm meeting you tomorrow," and I kind of laughed because I was like, "You're meeting him right now." What do you mean? But he was like, "Really? Like that's cool." I don't think I was immediately after you. I think there was other people that went before me. I'm not sure. But he came over, and I asked if I could have a picture. And so he, like, comes and, like, puts his arm around me. And we're going to take it, like, Miranda. No, you had my phone. You took it. And he, like, pulled back before my picture. And, like he, like, pulled me back. So I was like, oh, God, like, what'd I do? and he looked at me, and he was like, what's your name? And literally, like, my entire body, like, shut down. I was like, Nisa? And he goes, Nisa. And he, like, looked at me and just, like, stared at me for, like, he paused and was, like, looking at me. And he goes, nice to meet you.
And then I was, like, taking a picture, and it was really funny because I could, like, see him posing, which was the weirdest thing in the entire world. Like, he was, like... I was like, oh, I'm taking a picture of Justin posing. What the heck? I don't even know.
I feel like I was, like, the last person to get a picture.
Yeah, because Miranda wasn't able to get a picture, which I felt really bad about it.
Yeah, I think maybe they had reservations or something, and, like, they had to go, because, like, he kind of just, like, took off. Like, he didn't even, like, say bye. He just, like, left.
Bye.
I was like, Justin, wait. Like, it's like, Miranda didn't get a picture. I was trying to get him to come back, but I wasn't gonna, like, grab him because Mikey was there. I didn't want to, get like knocked to the ground or like tackled. But he went up and he hugged someone, and I still don't know who it was. But
they like leaped into his arms. It looked like a little person. Like,
it was
I don't know.
Big hug. He like went like
I was like
really forcefully for it.
I was like, what the heck? And then she like followed him into the hotel.
Yeah, and that's that picture that he posted of them like. I don't remember what it said, like, late rehearsal, like, eating dinner or whatever, and it had all the crew, like, Scooter and Allison and Fredo and everyone. So that was, like, right after we met him, and we saw it, and we were like, no! And at that point, we were, like, group hugging. We were, like, staying to the side, because they made us move out of, like, the driveway area, because we were blocking everything. So we're, like, standing over by the staircase now, and Michaela, Miranda, and I are, like, hugging each other, and Michaela has, like, makeup, like, all down her face, like,
I was bawling my eyes out. I was, like, screeching while I was crying. I was like, eh!
I literally could, like, not feel my hands. Like, it was, I don't know if it was a combination of the cold and the rain and, like, the shock. I was like this. Like, it was so scary. But So we're like hugging and crying, and people were like, my friend was like, I'm so happy for you guys, like, yay. And we were literally there for like 5 minutes. Like, everybody left. We were the only ones there still, just like in shock.
There was this man that climbed the staircase and came up, like, I don't know, 5 minutes after Justin, I don't know, maybe 2. Something like that.
I mean, I think it had been like 5 minutes.
We were like all hugging and crying. And he came up to us and...
Oh, and he was like, I just need $2. Like, I just need $2, that's all. Do you have anything? And keep in mind, like, we're still, like, silently crying, like, shaking, like, don't know what to do with ourselves. And I literally had a quarter and a penny. His timing was so bad. Like, he just missed the millionaire, the multi-millionaire. Like, and you come to me where I just spent all my money on McDonald's. And so I'm, like, trying to, like, fish out change out of my purse, like, dumping it. Like, his timing was not good. So after that, we were like, we should probably go. Like, we can't just stay up here. So we're, like, running down, not really running because the stairs are awful, but you totally fell.
I did! I fell down the stairs.
We weren't even running, but it was wet, and she just, like, totally busted her butt.
I fell. Oh, and then I called my dad, like, right after. I was like, I need to call my dad. So I called him, and I couldn't talk. I was, like, sobbing my eyes out, and then I gave the phone to Miranda, and she was like, I don't know what she said, but then he was like, call me when you can, like, talk to me.
When you can speak proper English.
Speak. And I was like, okay.
Form a complete sentence.
Yeah, so then we walked down the stairs and I fell, and
after that we made the video that I tweeted of us, like, we just met Justin Bieber. Oh my god, so we just met Justin Bieber. I'm the happiest person in the entire world. Nothing can top this. I will not sleep tonight. And I was, like, literally screaming. Like, people were, like, walking by, and I was like, I can't believe that just happened! Like, what? We went to the car. We sat in Miranda's car, because we didn't want to, like, separate and go home yet. There was no way we were going to be able to drive. We just sat in there, like, shaking. Like, I was trying to tweet, and, like, my hands were hurting. They were so cold and, like, shaking so bad.
And, like, after, I don't know, like, how long did we sit in there?
Well, we met him at, like, 10:15 or, like, 10:10. And I think we ended up leaving at, like, 11:45.
Yeah. And after they left, I sat in the parking lot for, like, another hour and a half, and I FaceTimed my dad, and I was, like, sobbing. I couldn't get any words out for, like, I don't know, 15 minutes, so I was just sitting there crying on the phone, and then I started, like, telling him what happened, and then he started crying. I don't know why. He started crying.
I love dad leavers.
He started crying, and I was, like, and so we were both crying, him and his girlfriend, and for, like, the majority
I didn't
of the
sleep.
time. Yeah, I didn't sleep either.
Miranda, like, passed out, but, like, I could not fall asleep. Like, I would try, and then I would think about what happened, and I was like, I'm not going to sleep for the next year.
Yeah, I got home, and my mom was in bed, and I, like, woke her up, and I was like, Mom, wake up, wake up! It was, like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, and I was like, Mom, wake up! And then she was like, what? And I was like, look! And then she, like, looked at it, and then she was like, what is that? And I was like, I met Justin, and then she's like, when? And then I was like, I don't know, like 4 hours ago. And then she couldn't, like, see properly, and so I kind of just left.
Wow.
Because she wouldn't wake up, and I was like, okay. So I just, like, went in my room and stayed up. I maybe got, like, 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I went to bed at, like, 5. Yeah. Woke up at, like, 7. It was awful. I'm surprised I didn't pass out the next day, because the next day was the actual concert.
Oh, yeah. And then the next day we were going to the thing, and I was like, guys, my jacket still smells like Justin. Because it smelled like Justin. And then Nisa was like, no, it doesn't. And then I
was like, whatever. Like, you're just making that up. Like, I don't know. Just like, no.
And then she smelt it, and she's like, oh. Yeah, it does.
No, it was more dramatic than that, but...
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
It started to go away, though. I think I, like, sucked it all up into my nose hairs or something. Like, it was gone eventually.
And then I gave my dad my jacket before he left, before we went in. And then he took it home, and I made him, like, it was raining, so, like, I wrapped up the part that smelled like him, and I made him, like, keep it safe.
She was, like, take this, but don't touch this area. She, like, circled to it, like, don't do it.
And he took it home and he washed it.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he washed it.
I'm pretty sure, like, you're definitely smelling his armpit, which is not cute.
Mm-hmm. Because he had his, like, arm, like, I don't know.
And he had just been rehearsing for, like, 6 hours. Like, there was no way he wasn't sweaty. Maybe he showered. Maybe it wasn't his
Maybe he
armpit.
showered at the arena.
Who knows? This was the most unorganized, messy video ever. Oh, wait. I have something to talk about. I have to find the picture. Okay. I'd like to thank this person. Oh, wait. I know who made it. JoleneAids.manips. Thank you for making this. This is the best thing to ever happen to me. She, like, literally cropped me out and replaced me with Ariana Grande. And it's great. Like, it's awesome. It's better than my picture. Like, I don't know how you did that, but, like, you. Nice.
Caspian.
It's crazy. Like, he's literally the most beautiful person in the entire world. And he's so nice. People that are like, oh my god, he, like, hates his fans and he's so rude. Like, no. Like, he did
total
not.
opposite.
And, like, on Tuesday, he did not have to meet us. Like, he didn't. I don't know why he, like.
We didn't even really, like, tell her.
No, we didn't even say anything. We were just standing there, and he just, like, got out of his car and, like, instantly walked to us. Like, we didn't even say, like, Justin. He just came. Yeah. So, but it was, like, literally luck because he didn't stop for anybody else. He didn't stop on Monday when people were there, and he didn't stop at the arena on Tuesday, and he didn't stop on Wednesday, the day of the show, when he was, like, going to the arena. So I'm not sure why he decided to stop for us, but he did, and he was, like, 100% willing. We didn't force him to come over. We didn't, like, scream at him. He's the nicest person ever.
He was. And it made me really mad because on the second, like, the concert day, everyone was like, oh, he is not smiling in any of the pictures. He must have been mad. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, well, he wasn't mad. He was extremely, like, happy. Like, he was outgoing. Like, I don't know, like, when I walked in the room, he was, like, extremely, like, he was, like, smiling when I, like, and he was like, hi, how are you? Like, he wasn't mad or sad, yeah, so I don't know.
Like, people see his, like, expression, and they think, like, oh, he must be so rude. Like, why would you want to meet him? He was in a bad mood, and he was mean, and, like, he's not. Like, our experience, like, he didn't smile in my picture. He didn't smile in your picture, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't happy. Like, he was, and we talked to him, and he answers you, and he, like, he's nice to you, and he hugs you, and he responds, and his eye contact is, like...
Oh my god, okay.
It's, like, insane. He literally, like...
He
stares burns into your soul.
He stares into your soul, like, literally, I wanted to...
It's like you want to look away, but you can't look away. You don't ever want to look away, but it's crazy.
I couldn't have asked for a better experience, honestly, so...
Now I'm sad, and I just want to go eat some chocolate or something, so... Are we done? Is there anything